Pixis Designs here. It is another day since my last video. We're going to be doing some press inserts today. I'm trying a new little camera angle here, a little top-down view. Cool. So these, I don't know if I can get these right here. I'm going to be press fitting into this plastic, melts the plastic around it, so that will allow me to drive some screws into there to hold these pieces a lot better. Pretty nifty idea. Can't wait to see how they hold up over the long term. I'm sure they'll hold up pretty good. And it's definitely a lot better than super glue. So I've already purchased all these. Just recently got this as well, so this is kind of a test bed for me. Well, I mean, I've already done it on my other Rolling Thunder. I just needed to do it more. Needed to add it to more pieces to make it just that much more sturdier. So that's what we're going to do today. This will be I kind of fumbled my way through it the first time that I put them all in there, and I'm probably going to do it again because, you know, you get better with practice, and I am still practicing. So we are going to get this thing going. So I've already heated up my, by the way, this is the Hako soldering iron. I've already purchased some, by the way, how do you like my little blue tape here so I know whether or not I'm in frame or not? So this is another set that I also bought. It allows you to change out these tips to be able to use them on different sizes of his heat inserts. So I'm not quite sure what I have in there. There'll probably be some pauses because I need to allow this to cool down, swap them out. I need to get some better tips. They make better tips that allow you just to screw off to screw this piece off, change that out, put the other one in, and you have to screw all the way back in. There's better tips out there, but it's hard trying to find a brand for a specific soldering iron. So when I was checking out of Amazon, I saw this, and then this was recommended as a purchase, and I was like, well, I need those to do it. The only problem with this set is they do not come with M6, and I do have some M6 studs that I need to put in here, so that's a little bit of a problem. This one does work. It does heat it up. It just takes longer and it's not as good. So actually I need to go ahead and pull this thing out and put my other one in because I'm going to be doing my fenders first. So I'm going to pause it and be right back. Okay, I'm back. So by all means, if some of you people that solder stuff all the time, you see a better use practice for me to be following, please let me know down in the comments because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm touching stuff with hot objects and I'll probably set stuff on fire. So so these are M4 8s. These all go into the fenders. There is a neat little cheat sheet, I don't know where I got it from, that shows you what to make your hole sizes on these for printing purposes. I can see if I can find the link to it and post it down underneath my description for this video, just to kind of get you an idea on how hot or I'm completely losing track here, how deep and how big of a diameter to make each hole for each heat insert size. So yeah, that was a mouthful. Okay, let's get this thing going. So And I know they make better tools for this, especially when you're trying to make sure that these things are absolutely straight. Kind of like a little drill press looking one. And I'm not sure how well you are able to see this that I'm doing. Looks like it's making just a little bit of a flashing up on top, so I'll probably have to sand that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me put this aside real quick. Yeah, I think that's probably the toughest part about this, is to make sure that it's level going in. I'm trying to line things up with the horizontal lines over here, just so I can make sure I can keep this somewhat level as I'm going in. Well, those went in perfect. I wonder why those others mushroomed out a little bit. That's odd. It is really odd. Kick ass. Alright, so trying to think of what else uses these, but I think that is it. The rest of them are the small ones and the big ones. So these are done. Okay, we're back. And by the way, this I'm used to a little cheapy soldering iron that's probably about 23 years old. I've never seen anything heat up this fast before, so I'm pretty impressed with this thing so far. I'm sure people who actually use it for what it's supposed to be used for, it's probably even cooler. So on my prototype Rolling Thunder, I had these holes inside of a sleeve this big, and after I put the heat inserts into that piece, it blew out this pretty heavily. So on this production one, I've made this into a much bigger flange, as you can tell. It's obviously a lot thicker than the previous one, so it's just kind of a learning experience on, what works and what doesn't. So these are metric 3x100s, and I'm going to try to do this without burning my fingers. I'm sure probably the best use of doing this is with gloves, but I'm an idiot, so I'll find out sure enough how hot this thing really is, especially if it's, I'm assuming it's 630C, so it's probably pretty hot. Just got to get in and get out. That's what she said. So that worked a lot better. There was no blowout. So perfect. Perfect. So these actually hold the missiles. Now I'm going to move on to my 6mm ones. Yeah, these are the big ones. These are the ones that I don't have an alignment iron, whatever you want to call these things. Can't think of how many of these I need. I know I need to do the rear body, so that's 4 of them, and then 2 for that. Okay. Now this may take a little more effort because, again, this is not the right tool for the job. Ooh, that almost fits without having to do anything. It's on the cusp. Cool. Need to make a little room here. There we go. Now that way that'll help support where those round bars are going in. they'll just be a lot more supportive, so that's always good. I kind of forgot that I had to do the rear bodies as well, as far as adding these heat certs to them. So I need to get that done real quick, and then I can consider this part of it done. So I've only got 3 on each side here. And here's the other one. Oop, wrong way. Just like that. And this is going to conclude tonight's progress. Definitely did not get as much accomplished as what I wanted to get accomplished. But that happens. This concludes day number 2. Okay, well, this is like actually 3 days after when I first started putting all the PIM certs. So actually the next week, yeah, man, time is flying by. I've actually had an inundation of orders that I had needed to get out, so I had to put this on the back burner about getting it all put together. But I feel like I'm pretty close to getting everything assembled that needs to be assembled. I have not done anything off screen. The only thing I've done off screen was glue some pieces together, and because obviously you don't want to watch me wait on glue. So per the last video, well, it's not really the last video to you since it's all going to be mashed together, but where I left off on the heat certing of about maybe 30 seconds ago in this video, I forgot a few more spots that I needed to do, and that was this right here, because this is where the tracks go. On my prototype one, I actually had my little H clips here to put these in. Didn't really like the way that didn't really stay put, you know. So with this one, I'm going to be doing screws. So this was another of the updates that I actually did to this main body to make everything much more sturdier. So we're going to finish this off, put the heat certs in here, and let's get this thing going, because it's like late at night and I really just need to show some progress on this, and I really want to get this out to the customer and out of my shop, because this thing is taking up so much room. So let's start heat pressing. All right. I think that is finally it. And I hope so. Yeah. Okay. Let me figure out what screws go into this real quick, and get this thing screwed together. Okay. Probably about 15 minutes went by. I had to drill these out a little bit. The dimensions that I got off of the website for these heads, they're plus or minus probably 15 thousandths, so they weren't actually sliding down here. So I had to drill out these, rather remount, remove just a little bit of material just so I can get these heads to pop in there. So now that I've got material, or I've got hardware in, I can better utilize the dimensions, the real world dimensions, so I can actually have a better production, being able to put this thing together a lot better. Anyways, so back to this again. It's not one thing, it's another, I swear. Cool, cool. Put a little bit of a sewing machine oil on here, just because it makes things slide better. Cool, cool. All right. So really the only thing I have left as far as this body goes is me remembering how this piece is glued in there. So I'm going to check that out real quick. Well, in order for me to check that, I actually need to put the full mass together. So let me get this thing, put it down. Get these out of the way. There's for the mast. And then, where'd you go? Oh, I just saw it like 2 seconds ago. Ah, Heidi. Okay. So, I had to make sure I was still recording. Alright, so this goes up like that. And these actually go to the outside, like this. And now you understand why this was printed in multiple pieces, because you can't print something like that going down. And I've got my strength for the tabs to hold the missiles going perpendicular or parallel with the bed. So there's that. All right. These screws were a barnyard find. Luckily, the place where I work at, you can't find a whole lot of places with 24 millimeter screws, specifically machine type screws that are not socket head. And luckily, these people had some in stock, and I was able to secure them. And they gave me enough. Actually, these were in. These had shown to be in their stock for the last 20 years. And so they had never sold. And so I was like, well, shit, just give me the whole damn bag. You know, they'll probably last me another 20 years. And they only charged me like $5 for the bag, so I can't complain about that. All right. Always gotta be difficult. Okay, there we go. That is the mast. Okay, this is out of the way. Like that. Now I can put this thing away. And now I know which way I need to glue this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and get that thing going so I don't have to bring that full body over here. You're about empty. Now I need to work on getting this canopy done. This was an absolute pain in the dick a couple of nights ago. We'll have to enlarge in these holes for me so as not to drive me insane. I end up having to heat the end of this just to be able to slide it through. I think I got it. It's not the best, but this isn't for you to worry about because once it's assembled, it's not coming apart. So it's just a matter of getting it in there and getting everything working like it needs to be. So I'm going to do that now. This is probably going to be an exercise in frustration a few times because it was not easy. Okay, try this again. And I may end up having to actually do this off screen because this is really hard to do and try to keep it in frame. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do this off screen. Okay, see, I am totally saving you all the pain of watching me try to figure this part out. There we go. That was a pain in the butt. So I'm actually going to leave these long for a little bit just to make sure that I'm happy with it. And that's one more piece assembled. I actually need to put my gun on top. I'm actually going to cut the plexiglass through this sometime probably this week, because I want to personalize it with the owner's name on the glass, so it would be pretty cool. Something special, especially with having the first one of these out in the wild. So I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna grab the next piece. Okay. Now the fun part. So hopefully I have relaxed a lot of tolerances on this stuff, because this is probably the worst part of the whole assembly. I need to clean these up real quick. All right. Okay. Now to the fun part. This is the part that I've always dreading this. So I've got different sets of screws here, some varying tensions, and I need to remember which ones that I need to use for this. I think it sees right here, because they're a lot thinner in their wire. So these just fit in there like that. And what it does is, as it's ratcheting, it's pulling these pieces away while going up, but it's spring loaded so it bounces back. So I'm not sure if that's how ratchets and toys work, but this works for me, and I have no idea where I got this from. It just, maybe I've seen it somewhere. I don't know. I know it's not a new thing where I should try and patent it, because I know I've seen it somewhere. It's just one of those things that stick in my head from seeing toys and stuff all throughout the years. So, dang it! Ugh. Ugh. All right. I'm going to try and zoom in on this a little bit, but I don't know how. And move it down like that. I don't know how much of this. I don't know how much of this you're actually going to see, because I have to really get in there to get this stuff. Get these. I really have to get in there. Okay. You may hear me cuss a few times. I have relaxed the tolerances on these a bit. That should make this easier, but it's still a pain in the butt. I need you to get in the damn hole, dude. Just get in the hole. There we go. We're in the hole. What did I use to do this before? Oh, I know. Right tool for the right job. I have no idea how much of that you guys just saw. I hope I got it, but I got 4 more to do here, so. Yeah. Let's not do that one yet. Come here. Let's do this side. And I could probably compress that like that. Get that in there. Come on. See, even people blessed with tiny fingers still have problems. And I definitely have tiny fingers. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now what makes this a pain in the butt here is the fact that these two share sides. So I'm kind of wondering if I can use a stiffer spring for the center one and use regular springs for the sides. Oh, that came out. That got it. Oh, that's in there. Okay. So if they're both going in, yeah, we're going to try to stick a spring for this and see how it does. So with this, come on, get in there. There we go. Ah, come on. I just need you to spin, dude. Okay. You're not working with me here. I'm making weird faces right now, just trying to get this to go in. Dude, come on. There we go. Jeez. Okay. I probably should have put this one in first. With it being a stiffer spring. If this works, I may be too smart for my own good. Make sure I got that going the right way. Ah, okay. All right. That is it from that. And I think that worked. Mm. Mm. Okay. So all that's really left for, let me back out here. All that's going to be left to do is to put these on. It's like that. Okay. Now we need some decorative pieces to put on. Let me find my patented H-clips. Not so patented. Those in there. Just like that. And I actually forgot I need to clean up the inside of here too. I had some dangly filament things happening because it bridges this gap. So yeah. Well, that's a bouncy one. Once the barrel gets put on there, it's not going to bounce anymore. Okay. Okay. I think we're getting pretty close here. So, what's going to end up happening here, and this is for the customer, any customer that buys this, I'm going to be linking this whole video to whoever purchases it. That way they understand how the things go together. If there was an issue, they know how to pull it apart, whatever. But these guns just slide in, just like that. Now you're going to have two options. You can either use the missile pods, or you can use the seat, just like that. And I even have rib for his pleasure, so should be pretty cool. So I kind of wanted to show that off. I'll go ahead and attach these for now, just to kind of get them out of the way. Because my final piece of the video is I'm going to assemble this whole thing together, just to make sure everything assembles the way it's supposed to. And then I can start figuring out how to get this thing boxed up. And you'll probably want to put these fenders on, or these guns on, before you attach the fenders, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to put these on after the fact, because the tire's like right here, so. Like that. So let me get these out of the way. Okay. Ooh. So I think I already realized that I'm missing a piece. Yeah, I somehow misprinted a piece. There's supposed to be a really large connecting pin that I pretty much have to hammer in. I forgot to print that, so this is the reason why I'm doing inventory on everything, to make sure I have everything. Can't work that way. like that. So I have 2 pieces I need to reprint, or to print, period. We got some steps here. And these go to the lights. And I need to finish putting these on the seat. And these are filler pieces. Okay. And these are all facing the same way. It's actually for these. So what this does is spans the bridge of both sides, and it sits in the base. That way they have access to the inside of the bay and can come out. So pretty cool. Get these out of the way. Good progress today. I think I'm going to call it a night, and I will reprint a few pieces that need to be reprinted. Mainly this is one of them because it kind of came loose off the bed. I don't know if you can see that. So I need to reprint one of these and a couple other pieces. And then I'll be able to assemble this thing together to make sure everything's working and clean it up and figure out how to box it up and get out to the customer. That is it for today. We will pick back up on the next, we'll do the next video. We're going to call this an actual full video and stop here. So I'll get this together tomorrow and get it out, and the final video, part 3, will be the final assembly, getting this all together, and another walk around on the full desk. So that's it. This is Pix's Design signing out.